2026, Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou is possibly in the mix. Let me counterpunch for a second, right? The MMA star Francis Ngannou is yet to win a professional fight. Deontay Wilder is coming back to the ring. He had a mediocre performance against Tyrell Herndon. He did win, but he won kind of similar to Ike Ibeabuchi coming back after 26 years. I mean, they both showed rustiness and this, that, and the other, but Ike, to his credit, was 52 years old. Deontay Wilder looked like he had been out of the ring for years. Nonetheless, he did get the win. He's trying to secure a fight with Francis Ngannou. I have no problem with it because I know the mindset of Deontay Wilder. And I think what we should realize about Deontay is I think he's got his ass beat enough as far as stiff competition. The truth of the matter has always been the whole point. The whole point is once you start getting in there with real killers, you're not as big of a killer as you think you are. You're not as good as you think you are. And I think people learn that when he fought Joseph Parker, when he fought Zhilei Zhang. See, those guys are still the elite guys. Joseph Parker deserves a shot. And I think, according to, the news, he may get that title shot against Alexander Usyk. So he is where he needs to be. And needless to say, he got there by beating guys like Deontay Wilder. And I think he wants the money. If there's money behind it, why not? The Francis will come with the MMA crowd, with that audience, from that platform. But it's like, to me, my question to Deontay is, don't be so carried away with getting a fight with Francis Ngannou until you secure that fight this year. Because remember, Wilder only fought 1 year. And regardless of what people feel about Wilder and his skill set and all that shit, I think a lot of his problem is activity. See, you got to be active in this sport. You can't, I got this fight in talks in the works with Francis in 2026. Bro, it's August of 2025. You know what I'm saying? We still got 4 more months in this year. What the hell are you going to do? You're not going to negotiate for 4 months, bro, unless you're fighting in January. And even then, you should get you a fight, especially if you planned to fight 3 times this year. See, Wilder, I think, is cheating himself. And I think what's happening is the same shit that's happening in 2025 happened in 2023. You guys remember what happened in 23, right? He dicked around and negotiated and went back and forth with Andy Ruiz's team. And what happened? Nothing. And at the very end of that year, he got his ass whooped. Why? Because he wasn't ready. Parker had fought 3 times that year while he's sitting around making videos, got his little nephew, talking shit about Andy Ruiz, staying inactive, eating like a motherfucking king, and not really doing what he's supposed to be doing, staying active. Okay, so that's cool and all. You got a fight preserved for 2026, but you have to stay active if you're a prize fighter. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to wait for that bag, because by the time you get to that, Francis Ngannou ain't going to play no games with you. You know what I mean? And what'll probably happen, Francis, you don't want to be that one boxer that got beat by Francis Ngannou, because people think people think that he got Tyson Fury's number. He got knocked out by AJ. And if you get knocked out by Francis, you're going to be the lowest of the 3 kings of that era. And it's going to be fucking embarrassing. And what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. He needs another fight. So while we're hearing about this Francis Ngannou, but at the same time, you're like, but wait a minute, dude. Hold up a second. Are you going to fight again this year to stay active, to get the cobwebs off you? You're not done. You still have cobwebs and kinks and all types of shit to work out. You can't just wait around for a fight next year. That's how you get your ass whooped and get in a position where you're not physically ready. You know, that's my problem with Deontay Wilder. So yeah, he could probably make 10 million from fighting Francis Ngannou or whatever. But the same thing is, he may end up in the same situation when you come up against a guy that's a killer. And I think Francis Ngannou is a guy that's definitely game. He may not have the physical, not the physical attributes, the technical attributes like other fighters, but hell, he may go parallel with the technical attributes with Deontay Wilder. You see how that man was hitting that overhand right he was landing on the mitts? Bro, no, this guy ain't punching you to play with you. He's punching you to knock you out. So Wilder needs to stay active. He needs to stay busy. You know, he needs to worry about what's happening this year, right? You guys tell me what you think about this possible 2026 clash between Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.